The Young and the Restless recap. Thursday, July 27 to 28. Kyle skips wedding to play with Audra. Phyllis seeks Tucker's weakness. Diane's dream becomes reality. Billy's torn loyalty. The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Thursday, July 27, reveals that Summer Newman Abbott and Kyle Abbott will literally bump into each other at the park, where they'll be awkwardly polite and discuss Harrison Abbott's new love of rocks from camp. However, Audra Charles' arrival will shift the mood and leave Summer ranting about Kyle using her as an escape in his vulnerable state. Audra will suggest that Kyle seems fine and will basically act like Summer is just proving how controlling she is. After Kyle shuts down the bickering and insists his decisions are none of Summer's concern, she'll warn him not to destroy his life over what she did. Once Summer stomps off, Audra will assume Kyle's ex is still getting under his skin. Kyle will admit that sometimes it's hard to let go, so Audra will reflect on falling for Noah Newman and the dangers of being in love. After Audra suggests focusing on pleasure, she'll add that being selfish helps you avoid the pain of making mistakes. Although Kyle will see the logic in that way of thinking, he won't know if he's ready to live that way. Audra will seem like she's hopeful about bringing Kyle around to her point of view. At Crimson Lights, Chance Chancellor will see that Summer's upset after her park encounter, so he'll manage to lift her spirits with a story about Dominic Newman Abbott Winters Chancellor. Meanwhile, Billy Abbott will give Chelsea Lawson updates on the plan to dupe Ashley Abbott and Tucker McCall into thinking he's on their side. That news will worry Chelsea, who won't think it's a good idea for Billy to get caught in the middle and potentially wrestle with old demons again. Afterward, Chelsea will meet up with Summer, who will talk about how she still wants to reunite with Kyle despite his betrayal with Audra. Summer won't understand how her other half doesn't feel the same way, but she'll ultimately shut down the personal talk and get down to Marchetti business. Later, Chance will find Summer looking glum on a park bench, so she'll admit she's not Oak. Everybody keeps telling Summer to move on and let go, but she won't know if she can do that. Once Summer wishes everything could go back to the way it was, Chance will suggest that sometimes the best way out is forward. At the athletic club, Jack Abbott will speak with an employee about reserving the best table in the lounge and getting it all decked out for a romantic evening. When Phyllis Summers comes along, she'll acknowledge that Jack's planning a celebration and will start to leave. Jack will stop Phyllis since he'll think she owes him some answers about why she'd sink so low and how she could do something so cruel to Diane Jenkins as well as her own family. Although Phyllis will mention Jeremy Stark's hold on her, Jack will seriously doubt that someone as manipulative as Phyllis would let herself be coerced all that much. Phyllis will be apologetic as she seeks forgiveness, just like he gave Diane. However, Jack won't think the situations are the same and will eventually leave in a huff. After witnessing Phyllis' failure, Tucker will appear and call her out over her lack of progress. Phyllis will point out that she's only getting started, but Tucker will worry that maybe it was a mistake to strike a deal with someone who can't give him anything in return. Once Phyllis assures Tucker that she can get through to Jack, she'll wonder what happens if Diane doesn't care when Jack forgives her. Tucker will chuckle before admitting he doesn't know and will have to think about it. Next on Thursday's Y&R episode, Lauren Baldwin will spot Phyllis, so she'll be torn between how much she's missed her friend and how furious she is with her for faking her demise. Lauren's love for Phyllis will win out as she pulls her into a hug and listens to her complain about Tucker holding EMT Carson over her head. Phyllis will think she needs to find Tucker's weak spot and score some leverage to protect herself. Although Phyllis will assure Lauren that she intends to build a new life, she'll feel like she has to revert to OG Phyllis one last time for this Tucker mission. At the Abbott house, Diane will gloat to Ashley about marrying Jack today and will insist it was all his idea. Ashley will bicker with Diane before heading out the door. Once Jack comes home, Diane will get pushy about moving forward with the Billy plan as soon as possible, so Jack will understand why it's so important. When Kyle shows up, Jack and Diane will ask him to attend their courthouse wedding today, but he'll wonder what the rush is and will suspect this isn't just about love. Diane and Jack will acknowledge that there are other factors in play, but they'll insist love is the most important and will really want Kyle to be at the civil ceremony. Kyle will insist he's got back-to-back meetings, so he'll decline the invitation and take off. Although Jack and Diane will be disappointed, they'll also suspect that Kyle isn't in the mood to watch a happy vow exchange right now. Once Kyle reconvenes with Audra at society, he'll admit he's been dealing with more family drama and probably won't be good company. Audra will take Kyle's hands and wonder how she can help, so he'll hope she's willing to cancel their meetings and enjoy some alone time instead. In Audra's suite, she'll strip down with Kyle and get him to wear a blindfold for their latest round between the sheets. In the park again, Billy will run into Ashley and Tucker, so he'll use this opportunity to gripe about the courthouse wedding being a mistake. Billy will assume there's no prenup and will act like Jack is putting Jibot at risk, so Ashley will be relieved that Billy also thinks Jack is an idiot. Back at the Abbott house, Jack and Diane will be dressed for their wedding when Billy walks in. Billy will give Diane and Jack a quick heads up on the bait he offered before Ashley and Tucker appear. Jack will suggest that everyone's welcome to attend the civil ceremony, but Ashley will act like this proves he's completely lost his mind. After Ashley expresses gratitude that Billy is now on her side, Jack will ask if that's true. Billy will contend that Jack isn't making this easy, and will add that if Diane truly loved Jack, she'd put an end to this now. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy and Jack's fake feud could become a real one, so stay tuned. CDL will have other great Young and the Restless spoilers, updates and news, so visit us often for more Y&R info. And next spoiler. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Friday, July 28. Diane's dream becomes reality. Billy's torn loyalty. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, July 28 reveal that Diane Jenkins will hold her head high and achieve a major victory. Y&R fans will see Diane's dreams become a reality, so it sounds like her civil ceremony with Jack Abbott will move full speed ahead. Diane would love nothing more than to be Jack's wife and rub the news in Ashley Abbott's face, so it sounds like she'll indeed say, "I do," and celebrate with Jack afterward. In the meantime, Billy Abbott will struggle with torn loyalty as Ashley starts to make a lot of sense, at least from his perspective. Ashley will have a chance to explain exactly why she's making these moves against Jack and will defend her decisions as the right ones. Although Billy has been willing to support Jack's risky relationship with Diane so far, he'll waver once Ashley and Tucker McCall's influence rubs off on him. Billy has always had some concerns despite that support, so it'll be easy for Tucker and Ashley to latch onto his fears about Diane and her threat to Jibot. Of course, Billy also feels like Jack doesn't trust him and still views him as the family screw-up. Ashley may argue that Jack has taken that title and just can't see it. Billy is supposed to be tricking Ashley and Tucker into thinking he's in their corner, but he could become a legitimate ally if this keeps up. Other Young and the Restless spoilers say Victor Newman will make a bold move and put Adam Newman in his place. It turns out Victor will force Adam to learn a tough lesson, so this could stir up more father-son conflict. If Victor senses that Adam's trying to break the new rules, he may shut that down immediately. Victor could force Adam to work under Nick Newman, or even threaten to kick him off this merger project entirely. Of course, it's also possible Victor will voice his support for Nick and Sally Spectra's growing relationship. If Victor acts like he's coming around on Sally and Nick's future, that could be another path to hostility with Adam. Victor's lesson might be that sometimes you have to let go in love and accept that someone's moved on. Regardless, Adam and Victor seem poised for another fierce face-off soon, so stay tuned for updates on the next round of Newman family drama. CDL will have other terrific Young and the Restless spoilers, updates and news to check out, so make us your one-stop Y&R source. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more update news.